Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you watch the video. Welcome to Every Friday with Eplan Tape. Magic begins to raise the standard. So, what is the topic? Today's topic? Today's topic is calculation in SLD. So, especially what is our plan is we'll put all the feeders, okay, starting from right to left. We want to take the total of those everything so that we will be able to calculate the income rating. So keeping that in the mind, we will see that how to get those total from right to left. The leftmost feeder should be able to tell me that what is the sum of everything. Okay, so how do we do that with help of this calculation and all those logics? We'll try to see it. So when you want to do this, what are the things we should be familiar in ePlan? So we should be aware about what is this configure properties, block property, and property arrangement. Especially this is inside the particular symbol when you put it there. We are talking about that property arrangement, and this is a new thing which some would be aware, some may not be aware. So this is very important for us to understand what is this block property. So more examples in the future videos also I'll try to upload, but today on the if you say the calculation especially we are doing with help of this particular block property. And remember, there are two things are important for block property. One is called format, where you will put your formulas, rules, and everything you set it. And one more, we use block property for, okay, for display purpose. So that is very important to have it. So these are the two things which you'll be finding it. Okay, so this is very important for us to understand. On those lines, we'll just proceed. So now I'll just switch to my E-plan. So here you see that already I just placed this MPCB, and under that the motor and all those things. So I have placed three feeders. Now what I'm doing it is I'm selecting this particular feeder, the one which you see it. Okay, and here when I go and double click inside, you can see that the technical statistics is given inside this one. Or the other way is if you put a part number, it can also be driven by this technical statistics. So whichever way we want to give it, we will be able to do that. And after that, what I did, I went into display, especially technical statistics. I made it font size bigger, color I changed it, and I made it bold so that we can see what exactly it is showing. And one more thing you can observe it is I've changed the name to as MPCB. So what it does, whatever changes you do after, if you click a save button and make it as use default, and we can give a name. So I have given for all these three, the name is same. Okay, later you will also find out that if I make some changes here, how automatically changes will happen in all these things. Okay, so let us proceed further. So what I do, I'll just select this feeder. After that, now I want to create a one more property. So before I go there, what is my plan to achieve? Now here it should show 30 amps. So when I come here, it should show me 40, means it has to add that. So 30 plus 10, it should become. So similarly, if I come here, it should show 65. So like this, it should be keep running it. The leftmost feeder should be telling that what is the total feeders I have it, and that total I should be able to get it. With help of that, I can know what is the income required. So today, our idea is how to get these things and getting that total to find the leftmost feeder. Okay, so keeping that, we'll just run quickly. So first let me select this particular feeder, and after that what I do it is I'll click on these properties. Okay. Once I click on the properties, you have various properties you can create it. What I do, I'll create my own property. So what I start with, I'll say ePlan tip. So I'll keep it as ET dot. So now I'm working on a symbol. So that particular one will become as a function for me. Function dot store value. I want to store the value. So what I do, I will use this particular function. So wherever I use dot means it becomes a separator for me. So don't unnecessarily give a lot of space or put unnecessary dot, you will get a lot of separators will happen. So for us, just simple et under function, function under store value. So this is how we required. And after that, once I click it, so you will be getting in this fashion. And the most important thing you have to remember is whenever you take anything here, the name, if you are given a function, please stick to function. Tomorrow, if you are using a project, then it is to be project. If it is a page, page. So which assignment you are using it, please mention properly. So you have so many assignments can be done. So right now I'm looking for function part. So you can see that I'm just going with the function. Then after that you have an option. So I can go, if I need to add any text, I would have gone with value with unit is also fine. So whatever we want to have it, we can just have it in this place. And after that we will move to display. But if you want to see it in 2025, somebody wants to try on 2025, there is also not a big change, but the only thing which you'll see it is everything is in the same window. So if you see the field type, assignment, display, everything is here. But whereas in 2026, they made it as a two tabs. One, they made it as general, the other one, they made it as display. That is the only change which you will be finding it. Okay. And other things are also they've added there. I can go to the display. Then what I do, I'll use this block property. Okay. This is where I was talking about. So this is what I want to have it. So you can see it here. Okay. Sorry. So if I go into this place, particular place, so format is a place where I'm saying that I can put a rules, I can put a formulas and everything, and after that I'll assign this particular property to display. So both in this case, what is happening, single property is taking care of these two. But in some places, what happens, format will be separate and display will be separate. So that you have to remember. So block property will have a separate display, that both will be a different one. So every time I made a small mistake in writing it, yeah, this one. Okay. So this is for the rules and this particular is for the display purpose. But in this case, we have it in this fashion. So now what I do, I will browse into format, and after that, first thing you can see that here, observe it. See, this particular one is showing. So I'm taking the middle one. So now what I do it is I'll go to function. Okay, before I go, what is that I want to do? I just don't want to display here. I want to make a calculation, right? So what I do first, I'll search for calculation. Where okay, I'm getting a calculation here. So now I'll double click on the calculation because all those adding I have to do it. 35 plus 10, that is what I have to do it, right? So that part I have to create. So now here in the property, now I'll go to function, general functions, and here I'll try to type TEC technical. Okay, now you see that automatically I'm getting a 10 amps. Beautiful. So I'll select this 10 amps. After that, what I have to do, I have to add. Add means I'll take a arithmetic one plus addition. After that, again, I'll go back to the property. Now I did for this. Now what it has to do, I have to take the value from here and take it here. So the addition has to happen. So now what I do, you can also jump to that place. That is the beauty of this block property. Now what happens is we have something called target via connection point. In that connection point one, if you drill down, you have this option. When I select this target two, you can see that, see, automatically where exactly it is coming. See, now what I say, please go to that place. How to tell you? By saying next level. After that, I'll drill down that function. I'll go to general function. Okay. And then I'll say technical characteristics. So once I click on this, you will get a 30 amps here. So once I click it, okay, after that I'll say click. Before I go there, I think it is good that you put always a parenthesis so that we have done the close. So in this case, it will not create a much bigger problem. But sometimes when you creating a formulas, putting those things, that time it may be handy for us. Okay. And after that, I'll say click OK. Then you will have 40. But I want to tell that, okay, this is a store value and all those things. We also have an option called separator. Take the other characters and you put SE equal. So when I put SE equal there, so I can push it on the top. So when it comes at the end, if I need any amps one, so I can just put amps here. And after that, what I do, I can just have it here. See, you can just observe it. So this separator, this SV, it is bringing here. This number by the calculation, it is taking this one. And after that, okay, this amps is coming from here. So this is how you will be getting this as an output. So after that, I'll say click OK. Then I will say click OK, OK. Then what I do it is once I go into this particular one, yeah, I will double click. Now I want to add that particular property there. Okay. So here what I do it is I'll search for ET. I'll say enter. Then you see that automatically you're getting it here. Okay. So once I get this particular one, so I'll try to make it bold or font is all those things are okay. Now the property arrangement, what I was talking, we already had MPCB, right? So what I do it is I made a small change. I'm bringing back again. Okay, and I'll say click OK. Then what happens is automatically it will take two in all the places. Can you see this? Automatically it is taking in all the places. Okay, now we'll just see that this particular value is perfect, right? If what it takes 30 plus 10, it becomes 40. Okay, now we will, why I'm taking the third here, we'll get to know. Okay, see, oh, Rama. See, what happened is here it has to take what? 25 plus 40. It can't take 25 plus 10. It is taking 35, which is not we are looking for. It has to take what? 25 plus 40. It's supposed to take it. So then what it would have happened is 25 plus 40 means then we would have got 65. But right now what you are getting it is 35. I think we have to make a small change in the formula. We can't take the second feeder technical characteristics. We have to take the store value there. So what do you have to do? Again, we will go back to that properties and we have to make a small change in the formula. So again, double click on the calculation target via, right? So we were getting the technical characteristics. So now what we are doing it is, we don't want to go with the technical characteristics. We will try to go with that ET. Okay. So let me see that ET part. Okay. So let me just scroll. Where is that ET? Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just go back again. So this was the feeder. After that, I'll go to that properties. And after that, what I do, I'm in the function. After that, what I do, I'll just browse. I'll go to the calculation. In that, this was the target via connection point. And here you see that I want, okay, all the values are shown here. Now I'll say ET. So I will just try to search that ET. Now I'm getting this ET here. Can you see this here? So I'm just modified that to ET. And after that, I'm just selecting it. And after that, I'll say click OK, apply. Yeah, apply or OK, direct OK. That is fine. So now what I do, did you find any change? No. Whenever you make any changes, it will not instantly change. So what is that first thing you have to remember? Connection update is something is very important. Now you see that automatically how it is taking. Now you add the feeders like let me add on the right side, left side, in all the places. Let to see that what is that happening. So I'll say three number of feeders, number, okay. Then you see that let us update it and see that once I click update, now you see automatically how these things are all changing. Now, for example, I'll just make this as 10 amps or whatever amps I change it. So I'll just put this as 10 amps. No, we'll just put 12 amps. Let's see that what is that number it shows. Then all that I have to remember is connection update. See, automatically 10 to 42, 42 here, 30, 72. See, automatically all these things are happening. Similarly, I put more and more feeders on the left side or right side. Automatically, these things are all taken care there. So I'll say number, then automatically all these things are done. All that I have to do is update. So you can see that it says that from the right side when it read, it is giving you 212 amps. So based on that, we can decide that what is the income or in that which one. Yeah, that I'll show it in future videos. But this one, are you able to get it? And one more thing you have to remember, very important in this case. So in this part, you understood how to get it, right? And even if I end the connection here, like for example, I'll end the connection here. So you can see that this is something is very important. In the block property, what we said is this is a target to so that the connection is going. Even if you make a small change there, like for example you take this, or if you take some other one, and after that if you try to update, it will disturb the whole this one. So it will disturb again, it will start from here. So please make sure this is also very important when you are making a calculation. That is where we say that when you make a standardized, it should be in that way so that it can standardize and it will give you the value properly in this fashion there. Okay, so this is very very important for you to have it. And when it comes to renumbering, this is not a big deal for you. So all that you do it is you'll just go to device numbering. You need a continuous numbers and all those things. Anyone you selected, and after that you say number DT, correct? And after that you select apply to entire project. You want to start with one. So once I click it, click OK, then it will take care and of all those things. See. So from here you can see that F2, F3, F4, F5, all these things you are getting it. So automatically how you are able to get the calculations and all those things you are able to do it. So I would say that please try this and please open the video, run through that. And the most important thing what we found in the formula is this is a part. When we put those formula, sometimes if you are not getting it, you just go back there, select that feeder and again come back to properties. Those values you should be able to see it. So that is something which you need to have it. Then it becomes easy for you to tackle. So then it is very easy. So once you don't see the values, so just go back, select it back, then you see that automatically you will be able to see those values. Then you will know which one you are selecting, observe that where you are there, and these all are the ones which will help you to get what you are trying to achieve those lines. Okay. So I would say that please try that. Okay. So once you are done with that, so again, I just want before I could end, I love to say that, yeah, please like to load more contents, comment to get quality output, share to reach maximum users, and also subscribe so that you can motivate the author. Okay. Please remember, my name is Vishnuvardhan Reddy. Jai Hind.